Fingertips are calloused from pressing on the fret, playing the same progressions that I want to forget. The harmony is clashing against the vocal line, proving that your rhythm is out of sync with mine.
The tuning pegs are rusted, the neck is slightly bent, wondering where all of our beautiful music went. I try to strike a major, but it always sounds so flat, a sonic representation of exactly where we're at.
The amplifier buzzes with a static, harsh feedback. Our composition suffers from the sympathy we lack. No amount of practice can fix this glaring flaw, breaking every single fundamental musical law. Strumming on these broken chords, slashing through the silence like a pair of swords. An ugly dissonance that rings inside the ear, the soundtrack of a romance disappearing year by year. Nothing but these broken chords.
Sheet music scattered across the studio rug, trying to sweep the errors underneath the bug. I isolate the frequency to find the source of pain, but every single monitor broadcasts the same refrain.
Microphones are picking up the heavy sighs we breathe, waiting for the final cue for one of us to leave. The melody is fractured, the pitch is way too sharp, plucking on the agonizing strings of a ruined heart. The amplifier buzzes with a static, harsh feedback. Our composition suffers from the sympathy we lack. No amount of practice can fix this glaring flaw, breaking every single fundamental musical law. Strumming on these broken chords, slashing through the silence like a pair of swords. An ugly dissonance that rings inside the ear, the soundtrack of a romance disappearing year by year. Nothing but these broken chords.
Unplug the cable, shut the session down.
We are the worst performing duet in this town.
Stop trying to harmonize a fundamentally flawed scale. This entire acoustic experiment
was destined to fade. Out of tune, lost the key. Pity you, pity. Strumming on these broken chords, slashing through the silence like a pair of swords. An ugly dissonance that rings inside the ear, the soundtrack of a romance disappearing year by year. Nothing but these broken chords. Let it rain, stop the scene. Broken chords. Let it rain, stop the scene. Broken chords. Hey, 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 yeah. till it looks like gold, playing the innocent part that I was sold. People look up and expect a pure divine, never seeing the cracks along the outer line.
Carrying the weight of everyone's belief, searching the heavens for a slight relief. They placed a crown of virtue on my tight head, but I would rather be a mortal man instead.
The pedestal is towering, the altitude is steep. Promises of sanctity are far too hard to keep. Gravity is pulling at the feathers on my wings, listening to the tragic song the fallen angel sings. Wearing this heavy halo, sinking into the muddy earth below. Tarnished glory that I cannot sustain, trading my divinity for human pain. Crushed beneath the heavy halo.
Hovering above the sinners in the street, envy rising when I watch the lovers meet.
Righteousness is quite a lonely place to dwell. Sometimes I wish I could experience the hell.
Oh, glittering facade concealing my immense regret,
Trapped inside this holy,
suffocating there,
I wanna make mistakes and stumble in the mud,
remembering the feeling
of the rushing blood. The pedestal is towering, the altitude is steep. Promises of sanctity are far too hard to keep. Gravity is pulling at the feathers on my wings, listening to the tragic song the fallen angel sings. Wearing this heavy halo, ooh, sinking into the muddy earth below. Tarnished glory that I cannot sustain, trading my divinity, ooh, for human pain. Crushed beneath the heavy halo.
Oh, take away the miracle,
Shatter the illusion,
free me from this spiritual.
absolute confusion.
Let the glow encircle.
Crash into the
I
dirt.
wanna be alive, I wanna feel the
Falling down, hitting ground, lose the light,
join the night.
I'm wearing this heavy halo, singing Sepia-tone memories playing on a loop, sitting on the staircase of my childhood stoop.
You wear a fedora
And a classic tailored suit, an elegant aesthetic that nobody can refute.
black and white cinema flickering on the screen,
Trapped inside a glamorous but melancholic scene. You apply the lipstick with a steady, graceful hand, looking like a goddess from a forgotten land, projecting our illusions on a dusty velvet wall, waiting for the final cinematic curtain to fall. The reel is spinning backwards to a better yesterday, trapped inside an era where we always wanna stay, chasing after vintage shadows,
dancing in the
artificial retro meadows,
an antique love affair
that time left behind, a beautiful delusion manufactured by the mind, lost among the vintage shadows.
gramophone needles scratching on the thick shellac,
Staring at your photograph in a classic Cadillac.
the dialogue is scripted, the romance is rehearsed,
Living in a timeline that is painfully reversed.
polka dot dresses and a string of milky pearls,
Observing how the cigarette smoke elegantly curls.
we pose for the camera with a manufactured grace,
Hiding all the misery behind a perfect face, projecting our illusions on a dusty velvet wall, waiting for the final cinematic curtain to fall. The reel is spinning backwards to a better yesterday, trapped inside an era where we always wanna stay, chasing after vintage shadows,
dancing in the
artificial retro meadows,
an antique love affair
that time left behind, a beautiful delusion manufactured by the mind, lost among the vintage shadows.
cut the projector, let the bulb finally burst.
This nostalgic obsession is making things worse.
We cannot live inside a photograph forever. It is time to pull the terrifying modern lever.
Fade to black, roll the credits, no turning back, no more edits. Chasing after vintage shadows, dancing in the artificial retro meadows, an antique love affair that time left behind, a beautiful delusion manufactured by the mind, lost among the vintage shadows. Reel stops, curtain drops, vintage shadows. Oh. crushing up the herbs inside a wooden bowl, trying to capture the essence of your mortal soul. Lighting up the incense to summon up the spirits, chanting out a curse until everybody hears it.
Wandering the swamps in the middle of the night, guided by a flickering of natural green light. I feel your dark magic gripping tightly on my spine, turning my autonomy completely out of line. Oceans bubbling in an iron cauldron pot, tying up my destiny into a wicked knot. A supernatural gravity that I cannot escape, transforming my reality into an abstract shape. Caught up in this voodoo soul, losing every single ounce of rational control. A mystical possession taking over the brain, driving me beautifully and totally insane. Hexed by the voodoo soul. Pins are sticking deeply into the fabric doll, feeling every puncture as I stagger down the hall. You whisper incantations from 1,000 miles away, commanding my obedience every single day. Mixing up the powders with the feather from a crow, watching the results of the sorcery begin to grow. I never wanted to enslave your fragile mind, but this dark attraction makes me spiritually blind. Potions bubbling in an iron cauldron pot, tying up my destiny into a wicked knot. A supernatural gravity that I cannot escape, transforming my reality into an abstract shape. Caught up in this voodoo soul, losing every single ounce of rational control. A mystical possession taking over the brain, driving me beautifully and totally insane. Hexed by the voodoo soul. Release me from the bondage of your overpowering will. Spell binds, mind twists, magic blinds in the mist. Caught up in this voodoo soul, losing every single ounce of rational control. A mystical possession taking over the brain, driving me beautifully and totally insane. Hexed by the voodoo soul. Lift the curse, make it worse. I'll make it worse. Voodoo soul. Voodoo soul. Shadows stretching across the bedroom wall, waiting for a lover who will never call. Ashes tumbling down upon the silken sheet.
defeat.
Stray dogs howling at a silver moon, strumming out a melancholic, lonely tune. Cigarettes are burning down onto the filter tip, tasting your departure on my lower lip. Inhaling memories we cannot erase, exhaling secrets in this empty space. The haze is thick, blinding our weary eyes, choking on a dozen beautifully disguised lies. Trapped inside the midnight smoke, a masquerade where both our spirits broke, floating through the fog of what we used to be. You remain a phantom haunting me. Yeah, we are fading in the midnight smoke. Curtains drawn against the approaching dawn, wondering where our passion has finally gone. My fingers bleeding on these rusty strings, mourning all the sorrow that tomorrow brings. Perfume lingering upon the collarbone, sitting by the fireplace, utterly alone. Embers dying slowly in the blackened grate, realizing we surrender to a tragic fate. Inhaling memories we cannot erase, exhaling secrets in this empty space. The haze is thick, blinding our weary eyes, choking on a dozen beautifully disguised lies. Trapped inside the midnight smoke, a masquerade where both our spirits broke, floating through the fog of what we used to be. You remain a phantom haunting me. Yeah, we are fading in the midnight smoke. In the midnight smoke. Can we clear the air before we suffocate? Is it far too late to renegotiate? Lungs are heavy with the weight of our regret. This atmospheric sadness we shall not forget. Just breathe, let the vapor dissipate. Just breathe, just breathe before we asphyxiate. Trapped inside the midnight smoke, a masquerade where both our spirits broke, floating through the fog of what we used to be. You remain a phantom haunting me. Yeah, we are fading in the midnight smoke. Let it drift away, watch it drift away. Nothing left to say. Midnight smoke. Midnight smoke. Staring at the bottom of an empty oak cask, completing a terribly sorrowful task. The house is completely stripped of furniture now, wondering exactly where we failed and how. Shouting your name down the vast canyon wall, waiting for hours
hours for a responding call. The distillation of our terrible past proves that the vintage was never meant to last. Reverberations bouncing off the empty space, leaving an acoustic, invisible trace. Fermented memories haunting the corridor, reminding us of what we are fighting for. Listening to the whiskey echoes, traveling down where the cold river flows. A sonic reminder of the spirits we drank, watching the ship as it tragically sank, haunted by the whiskey echoes. Sound waves are vibrating against the cold stone, amplifying the fact that I am fully alone. The malt and the barley have aged in the dark, leaving a permanent resonating mark. Phantom acoustics lingering in the grand hall, watching the shadows begin to crawl. I whisper a secret into the empty glass, listening to the frequencies slowly pass. Reverberations bouncing off the empty space, leaving an acoustic, invisible trace. Fermented memories haunting the corridor, reminding us of what we are fighting for. Listening to the whiskey echoes, traveling down where the cold river flows. A sonic reminder of the spirits we drank, watching the ship as it tragically sank, haunted by the whiskey Is anyone there? Just ghosts in the air. Listening to the whiskey echoes, traveling down where the cold river flows. A sonic reminder of the spirits we drank, watching the ship as it tragically sank, haunted by the whiskey echoes. Ooh, fading out, whisper to a shout, whiskey echoes. Fingertips are callous from pressing on the fret, playing the same progressions that I want to forget. The harmonies clashing against the vocal line, proving that your rhythm is out of sync with mine.
Tuning pegs are rusted, the neck is slightly bent, wondering where all of our beautiful music went. I try to strike a major, but it always sounds so flat. A sonic representation of exactly where we're at.
The amplifier buzzes with the static harsh feedback. Our composition suffers from the sympathy we lack. No amount of practice can fix this glaring flaw, breaking every single fundamental
on these broken chords, slashing through the silence like a pair of swords. An ugly dissonance that rings inside the ear, the soundtrack of a romance disappearing year by year. Nothing but these broken chords. Sheet music scattered across the studio rug, trying to sweep the errors underneath the bug. Isolate the frequency to find the source of pain, but every single monitor bycasts the same refrain.
Microphones are picking up the heavy sighs we breathe, waiting for the final cue for one of us to leave. The melody is fractured, the pitch is way too sharp, plucking on the agonizing strings of a ruined heart. The amplifier buzzes with a static, harsh feedback. Our composition suffers from the sympathy we lack. No amount of practice can fix this glaring flaw, breaking every single fundamental musical law.
Strumming on these broken chords, slashing through the silence like a pair of swords. An ugly dissonance that rings inside the ear, the soundtrack of a romance disappearing year by year. Nothing but these broken chords. Unplug the cables, shut the session down. We are the worst performing duet in this town. Stop trying to harmonize a fundamentally flawed scale. This entire chord-seed experiment was destined to fail out of tune. Lost the key. Pity you. On these broken chords, slashing through the silence like a pair of swords. An ugly dissonance that rings inside the ear, the soundtrack of a romance disappearing year by year. Nothing but these broken chords. Let it ring, watch it ring out. Stop the sing, just stop singing. Broken chords. Stare at white hallways and fluorescent tubes, sitting in circles in symmetrical cubes, counting the days on a calendar sheet, trying to regulate my own heartbeat. Sharing our traumas in the therapy group, feeling completely thrown for a loop. I noticed your hands were trembling so much, craving the warmth of a comforting touch. Checking the vitals and measuring pain, flushing the chemicals out of the brain, replacing the substance with something new, trading my previous addiction for you. Navigating this rehab romance, giving our survival a secondary chance, a clinical setting for a passionate cure, making our tainted anatomy pure. rehab romance. Whoa. Swallowing pills from a small paper cup, hoping these dosages finally add up. We whisper our secrets after the curfew bell, escaping the confines of this medical cell. Monitoring symptoms of a harsh withdrawal, leaning my back against the hospital wall. You offer a jacket to banish the chill, proving that human connection can heal. Checking the vitals and measuring pain, flushing the chemicals out of the brain, replacing the substance with something anew, trading my previous addiction for you. Navigating this rehab romance, giving our survival a secondary chance, a clinical setting for a passionate cure, making our tainted anatomy pure, surviving this rehab romance. Start it all over again. Navigators, rehab romance, giving our survival a secondary chance, a clinical setting for a passionate cure, making our tainted anatomy pure, surviving this rehab romance. Discharged today. Will we stay? Will we okay? Rehab romance. Stepping on the floorboards with a dangerous sway, knowing I should probably turn and walk the other way. The rhythm grabs me by the hips and pulls me tight, surrendering my logic to the funky night. Catching your frequency from across the crowded room, vibrations thumping like a sonic boom. My feet are moving though my brain is saying no, caught in the undertow of this infectious show. Chemical reaction sparking in the humid air, sweat is dripping down from your tangled hair, a hazardous magnetism pulling us to crash, ready to turn this discotheque to ash. Spinning in a toxic groove, losing all control over the way we move. A lethal tempo that we simply can't ignore, leaving us exhausted on the ballroom floor, caught inside the toxic groove. Contagious melodies infecting my eardrum, making my rational defenses totally numb. You spin around and shoot a venomous smile, convincing me to stay another little while. The bassline slithers like a serpent in the dark, leaving a very distinct invisible mark. We synchronize our steps into a deadly dance, trapped in a deeply hypnotic rhythmic trance. Chemical reaction sparking in the humid air, sweat is dripping down from your tangled hair, a hazardous magnetism pulling us to crash, ready to turn this discotheque to ash.
losing all control over the way we move. A lethal tempo that we simply can't ignore, leaving us exhausted on the ballroom floor, caught inside the toxic groove. From this overwhelming heat, the harmony is poisonous, the melody is sick. We need to exit this rotation very quick. Step left, breathe in deep. Step right, lose some spinning in a toxic groove. Inside the toxic groove. Keep on dancing, keep on dancing, lethal prancing. Toxic sepia tone memories playing on a loop, sitting on the staircase of my childhood stoop. You wear a fedora and a classic tailored suit, an elegant aesthetic that nobody can refute.
Black and white cinema flickering on the screen, trapped inside a glamorous but melancholic scene.
You apply the lipstick with a steady, graceful hand, looking like a goddess from a forgotten land, projecting our illusions on a dusty velvet wall, waiting for the final cinematic curtain to fall. The reel is spinning backwards to a better yesterday, trapped inside an era where we always want to stay, chasing after vintage shadows, dancing in the artificial retro meadows, an antique love affair that time left behind, a beautiful delusion manufactured by the mind, lost among the vintage shadows.
Gramophone needle scratching on the thick shellac, staring at your photograph
in a classic Cadillac.
The dialogue is scripted, the romance is rehearsed,
living in a timeline that is painfully reversed. Polka dot dresses and a string of milky pearls, observing how the cigarette smoke elegantly curls. We pose for the camera with a manufactured grace, hiding all the misery behind a perfect face, projecting our illusions on a dusty velvet wall, waiting for the final cinematic curtain to fall. The reel is spinning backwards to a better yesterday, trapped inside an era where we always want to stay, chasing after vintage shadows, dancing in the artificial retro meadows, an antique love affair that time lost among the vintage shadows. Roll the credits. No turning back, no more edits. Chasing after vintage shadows, dancing in the artificial retro meadows. An antique love affair that time left behind, a beautiful delusion manufactured by the mind, lost among the vintage shadows. Real stops, curtain drops, vintage shadows. Vintage shadows. Yeah. Polishing the brass until it looks like gold, playing the innocent part that I was sold. People look up and expect a pure divine, never seen the cracks along the outer line.
Carrying the weight of everyone's belief, searching the heavens for a slight relief. They place the crown of virtue on my tired head, but I would rather be a mortal man instead. The pedestal is towering, the altitude is steep. Promises of sanctity are far too hard to keep. Gravity is pulling at the feathers on my wings, listening to the tragic song the fallen angel sings. Wearing this heavy halo, sinking into the muddy earth below. Tarnished glory that I cannot sustain, trading my divinity for human pain, crushed beneath the heavy halo. Hovering above the sinners in the street, envy rising when I watch the lovers meet. Righteousness is quite a lonely place to dwell. Sometimes I wish I could experience the hell. Glittering facade, concealing my immense regret, trapped inside this holy, suffocating net. I wanna make mistakes and stumble in the mud, remembering the feeling of the rushing blood. The pedestal is towering, the altitude is steep. Promises of sanctity are far too hard to keep. Gravity is pulling at the feathers on my wings, listening to the tragic song the fallen angel sings. Wearing this heavy halo, sinking into the muddy earth below. Tarnished glory that I cannot sustain, trading my divinity for human pain, crushed beneath the heavy halo.
light creeping over the horizon line, painting the atmosphere, a bruised design. Your favorite denim jacket hanging on the chair, catching the draft from the cooling evening air.
Cobalt shadows stretching across the wooden deck, feeling the shivers running up my aching neck. We painted masterpieces using only shades of blue, but now the canvas reveals a much duller hue,
washing away the vibrance of our prime, eroded by the relentless river of time. The pigment weakens, losing all its bold command, slipping right through the fingers of my open hand. Lost in this faded indigo, where did the vivid passion go? Washed out picture of a vibrant past, nothing beautiful was ever meant to last.
Drowning in the
Faded indigo.
navy colored ink spilling upon the page, documenting a very different, colder stage. I strum these melancholy chords in minor thirds, struggling to find the right descriptive word.
Sapphire skies turning into a murky gray, watching our brilliant colors wash away. The dye is bleeding out into the laundry sink, pushing our sanity directly to the brink, washing away the vibrance of our prime, eroded by the relentless river of time. The pigment weakens, losing all its bold command, slipping right through the fingers of my open hand. Lost in this faded indigo, where did the vivid passion go? Washed out picture of a vibrant past, nothing beautiful was ever meant to last.
Drowning in the
Faded indigo. Can we re-dye the fabric of our soul, or is this bleached existence taking total control? The spectrum narrows down to just a monochrome, leaving us stranded in this pale abandoned home.
washed out.
Reaching bone, colorblind, left behind, lost in this faded indigo. Where did the vivid passion go? Washed out picture of a vibrant past, nothing beautiful was ever meant to last.
Drowning in the
Faded indigo, turning pale.
end of the tale.
Faded indigo. Stepping on a toxic groove, stepping on the floorboards with a dangerous sway, knowing I should probably turn and walk the other way. The rhythm grabs me by the hips and pulls me tight, surrendering my logic to the funky night.
Catching your frequency from across the crowded room, vibrations thumping like a sonic boom. My feet are moving though my brain is saying no, caught in the undertow of this infectious
magnetism pulling us to crash. Ready to turn this discotheque to ash. Spinning in a toxic groove, losing all control over the way we move. A lethal tempo that we simply can't ignore, leaving us exhausted on the ballroom floor, caught inside the toxic groove.
Contagious melodies infecting my eardrum, making my rational defenses totally numb.
You spin around and shoot a venomous smile, convincing me to stay another little while.
The bassline slithers like a serpent in the dark,
leaving a very distinct invisible mark. We synchronize our steps into a deadly dance, trapped in a deeply hypnotic rhythmic trance. Chemical reactions sparking in the humid air, sweat is dripping down from your tangled hair, a hazardous magnetism pulling us to crash. Ready to turn this discotheque to ash. Spinning in a toxic groove, losing all control over the way we move. A lethal tempo that we simply can't ignore, leaving us exhausted on the ballroom floor, caught inside the toxic groove.
we are dying from this overwhelming heat. The harmony is poisonous, the melody is sick.
We need to exit this rotation
Very quick.
Step left, breathe in deep.
Step right,
Lose some sleep. Spinning in a toxic groove, losing our control over the way we move. A lethal tempo that we simply can't ignore, leaving us exhausted on the ballroom floor, caught inside the toxic groove. Keep on dancing, can't stop dancing, lethal prancing, toxic groove. Toxic groove.
twilight creeping over the horizon line, painting the atmosphere, a bruised design. Your favorite denim jacket hanging on the chair, catching the drive from the cooling evening air.
Cold shadow stretching across the wooden deck, feeling the shivers running up my aching neck. We painted masterpieces using only shades of blue, but now the canvas reveals a much duller hue,
Washing away the vibrance of our prime,
eroded by the relentless river of time.
the pigment weakens,
Losing all its bold command, slipping right through the fingers of my open hand. Lost in this faded indigo, where did the vivid passion go? A washed out picture of a vibrant past, nothing
stay.
I strum these melancholy chords in minor third, struggling to find the right descriptive words.
Sapphire skies turning into a murky gray,
watching our brilliant colors wash away. The dye is bleeding out into the laundry sink, pushing our sanity directly to the brink,
washing away the vibrance of our pride,
eroded by the relentless river of time.
The pigment weakens, losing all its bold
command, slipping right through the fingers of my open hand. Lost in this faded indigo, where did the vivid passion go? A washed out picture of a vibrant past. Nothing beautiful was ever meant to last, drowning in the faded indigo.
Can we re-dye the fabric of our soul? Or is this bleached existence taking total control?
The spectrum narrows down to just a monochrome, leaving us stranded in this pale abandon. Washed out,
Bleaching bone,
colorblind, left behind. Lost in this fading indigo, where did the vivid passion go?
a washed out picture of a vibrant past.
Nothing beautiful was ever meant to last, drowning in the faded indigo.
Turning pale,
Watch it pale under the take. Faded indigo. Black coffee brewing on a Tuesday morning, waking up alone without a single warning. Yeah, you left a note written in an ugly scrawl. Now I'm staring blankly at the kitchen wall.
wandering the alleys with an empty pocket. Your silver photograph locked inside my locket. The taste of cheap tobacco cannot cure the sting of
Realizing I am no longer your king.
pouring fresh
Lemon into open sores, banging on the handles of locked dying doors.
The melody is heavy and the rhythm is wrong.
We are stuck inside a truly miserable song, singing these
Bitter blues,
paying the penalty and paying our dues. No sweet redemption in this raspy key, just the harsh echo of our misery. Oh, these bitter blues.
a sharp staccato rhythm in my pounding chest. I tried my absolute best to give you rest, but you prefer the friction and the constant fight.
Screaming at the shadows in the dead of night. Acid rain this polluted air. Pouring fresh lemon into open sores, banging on the handles of locked iron doors. The melody is heavy and the rhythm is wrong. We are stuck inside a truly miserable song, singing these bitter blues, paying the penalty and paying our dues. No sweet redemption in this raspy key, just the harsh echo of our misery. Oh, these bitter blues. Is there any sugar left to sweeten the cup? Or should we just admit that we are giving it up?
The tonic is poison, the dominant is cruel. Look at how the music made a complete fool.
Drop the bass, lose the swing in this space. No one sings. Just the harsh echo of our misery. Oh, these bitter blues taste so sour, lose the power, little blues. Fluorescent lights reflecting on the pavement stone, walking through metropolis, feeling so alone. Magenta signs are flashing overhead so bright, creating artificial daytime in the darkest night.
Traffic signals changing from the red to green, observing every detail of this urban scene.
Water puddles mirroring the glowing sky, trying to discover a reason you said goodbye. The city never slumbers, electricity flows, but underneath the glamour, the misery grows. Voltage running high, but my battery is low, lost inside the spectrum of the downtown glow. Crying neon tears in the pouring rain, technicolor sorrow masking all the pain. Electric drops are falling from my heavy lashes, illuminating all our dreams reduced to ashes. Wept a river of neon tears.
Subway trains are rumbling underneath my shoes, broadcasting a frequency of modern blues. Billboards displaying happy people smiling wide, contrasting the agony I carry deep inside. Umbrellas rushing past me in a hurried blur. I remain a statue unable to stir, sign illumination painting my pale cheek, searching for the comforting words I cannot speak. The city never slumbers,
Electricity flows, but underneath the glamour, the misery grows. Voltage running high, but my battery is low. Lost inside the spectrum of the downtown glow. Crying neon tears in the pouring rain. Technicolor sorrow masking all the pain. Electric drops are falling from my heavy lashes, illuminating all our dreams reduced to ashes. Wept a river of neon tears. Shine. The synthetic luminescence makes the heartache worse. Living in this technopolis feels like a curse. Flicker, short circuit, sparks fly, then we cry. To ashes, wept a river of neon tears. Colors bleeding, unplug the sun. Neon tears. Fluorescent lights reflecting on the pavement stone. Walking through metropolis, feeling so alone. Magenta signs are flashing overhead so bright, creating artificial daytime in the darkest night.
Traffic signals changing from the red to green, observing every detail of this urban scene. Water puddles mirroring the glowing sky, trying to discover a reason you said goodbye. The city never slumbers,
electricity flows,
but underneath the glamour,
the misery grows.
Voltage running high,
but my battery is low. Lost inside the spectrum of the downtown glow. Crying neon tears in the pouring rain. Technicolor sorrow masking all the pain. Electric drops are falling from my heavy lashes, illuminating all our dreams reduced to ashes. Wept a river of neon tears.
Subway trains are rumbling underneath my shoes, broadcasting a frequency of modern blues. Billboards displaying happy people, smiling wide, contrasting the agony I carry deep inside. Umbrellas rushing past me in a hurried blur. I remain a statue, unable to stir. Sign illumination painting my pale cheeks, searching for the comfort in words I cannot speak. The city never
never slumbers, electricity flows, but underneath the glamour, the misery grows. Voltage running high, but my battery is low. Lost inside the spectrum of the downtown glow. Crying neon tears in the pouring rain. Technicolor sorrow, masking all the pain. Electric drops are falling from my heavy lashes, illuminating all our dreams reduced to ashes. Wept a river of neon tears.
Constellation shine.
This synthetic luminescence
makes the heartache worse.
Living in this technopolis feels like a curse.
Flicker,
short circuit,
sparks fly.
Then we cry, crying neon tears in the pouring rain. Technicolor sorrow,
masking all the pain.
Electric drops are falling from my heavy lashes, illuminating all our dreams reduced to ashes. Wept a river of neon tears. Colors bleeding, unplug the sun. Neon tears. Black coffee brewing on a Tuesday morning. Waking up alone without a single warning. You left a note written in an ugly scrawl. Now I'm staring blankly at the kitchen wall.
Wandering the alleys with an empty pocket. Your silver photograph locked inside my locket.
The taste of cheap tobacco cannot cure the sting of realizing I am no longer your king. Pouring fresh lemon into open sores, banging on the handles of locked iron doors. The melody is heavy and the rhythm is wrong. We are stuck inside a truly miserable song, singing these bitter blues, paying the penalty and paying our dues. No sweet redemption in this raspy key, just the harsh echo of our misery. Oh, these bitter blues. Oh, these bitter blues.
A sharp staccato rhythm in my pounding chest. I tried my absolute best to give you rest,
But you prefer the friction and the constant fight, screaming at the shadows in the dead of night. Acid rain is splashing on the window pane, driving me completely and utterly insane. I'm at your anger with the venomous glare, breathing in the toxicity of this polluted air. Pouring fresh lemon into open sores, banging on the handles of locked iron doors. The melody is heavy and the rhythm is wrong. We are stuck inside a truly miserable song, singing these bitter blues, paying the penalty and paying our dues. No sweet redemption in this
just the harsh echo of our misery. Oh, these bitter blues. Sweeten the cup, or should we just admit that we are giving it up? The tonic is poison, the dominant is cruel. Look at how the music made a complete fool. Drop the bass, lose the swing. In this space, no one sings. Just the harsh echo of our misery. Oh, these bitter blues taste so sour, lose the power. Bitter blues. Bitter blues.
Silk fabric draped across the wooden floor. Soft footsteps heading for the grand front door. You touch my skin with a delicate caress, leaving me trapped in this elegant distress.
Gentle patterns traced upon your shoulder blade, watching how the golden afternoon light starts to fade.
I never meant to tear your delicate design, but matching your pace is a steep hill to climb. We are woven together by a fragile thread, haunted by the phrases that we left unsaid. One sharp pull and the seams begin to tear, leaving us exposed to the biting winter air. Oh, protect my velvet heart, ripped at the edges, pulling apart. A luxury texture that you can't restore, bleeding out slowly on the parlor floor. Torn velvet heart. Stitching up the patches with a golden wire, trying to rekindle that exquisite fire. But every single needle leaves another permanent scar, reminding us exactly of how broken we are. Plush crimson cushions covered up in gray dust, replacing our devotion with a cold distrust. I wrap myself in layers of this heavy fabric shield, refusing to acknowledge all the wounds that never healed. We are woven together by a fragile thread, haunted by the phrases that we left unsaid. One sharp pull and the seams begin to tear, leaving us exposed to the biting winter air. Oh, protect my velvet heart, ripped at the edges, pulling apart. A luxury texture that you can't structure decays? Are we just a fashion that eventually fades? Don't throw it away like a cheap piece of rag. Carrying this damage like a heavy luggage bag.
Handle with care.
It's too thin.
Let the repair
Finally begin. Oh, protect my velvet heart, ripped at the edge.